Hi friends, my name is Emily and welcome to Mpishi Marekani. Thank you for being here as we spread love through cooking. If it's your first time here, thank you for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like if you like my content. I'm gonna be doing videos every week. For the beginning, I'll try to concentrate on products using wheat. This is everything that I need today that I'll be using to make my chapatis for this week. I have salt. Today I'm only going to use white flour. This is canola oil. These are cups to measure my flour and milk and water. Ice water. This is a cling that I normally use to cover the dough once I'm done kneading it. This is sugar. Sugar is optional. I also have some lacted milk. Feel free to use the milk that you can tolerate. And that's the container that I'm going to use, and a clean kitchen towel that you can use to cover your dough. Mostly I'm gonna be doing chapatis, and then as we go, I'm gonna introduce samosas, half cakes, and many more recipes. Thank you for joining me as I spread love through the art of cooking. I enjoy cooking because I feel like it's therapeutic, and I hope you feel the same way. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. I'm gonna be preparing my dough. You know, always try to have clean hands. So I normally cover my dough with the cling. And I normally let the dough rest for 1 hour. When you're making chapatis, you really have to be patient. Don't make chapatis when you're in a rush. If you want the best outcome, make them when you have time, because the dough really needs to rest. For this recipe, we used 3 cups of white flour. The other thing that I like to do that you don't have to do is I like to weigh my dough so that I can know how much it weighs. This is something that you don't have to do. Some people are able to eyeball. I don't know how to eyeball. This particular dough is 807 grams. It's supposed to stretch like that. So for this particular dough, I'm gonna have 7 little balls. So I'm gonna approximate, but they're gonna be like 7 of them. I don't cook a lot of chapatis, by the way. I only cook them for my family. So I honestly just cook a few. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's room for 1 more. They're too big. You don't want them too big. You don't want them too small. If they're too small, when you're cooking them, they tend to dry out. So whoever is interested to measure them, this is 115 grams. My original dough was 807. So I decided to make all of them around 115. And this is just because I'm not really good with eyeballing. It's just a way of when you want to do them uniformly. But it's something you don't have to do. When we form the little balls, the style that I'm going to use today to make our chapatis is called cone shaped. Cone shape tends to give you layers, a lot of them, when you use that style. So when you do this part, let it sit for like 5 minutes or 10. The more the dough rests, the better. every week I'll be sharing like a different style of folding them. This is like my favorite though. There's different styles you can use when you're in a hurry. When you use cold water, your dough stretches like that. I don't know if you can see nicely, but it's supposed to stretch. That's the beauty of using cold ice water. Now I know everybody uses like different room temperature water, but try cold water and let me see what you think in the comment section. But it's supposed to stretch. You'd think that it wouldn't, but look, it's supposed to stretch. I'm also not the best when it comes to make them round. That's a journey we're gonna walk with together. So if you try this recipe, try to just make a few based on how big your family is. I normally don't like making too many unless like I have visitors, but I honestly do either 3 cups, 4. The maximum number of cups I use is like 5. For 3 cups, I normally get 7 of them. And I'm not sure if who knows like the equivalency of like 1 kilogram for my viewers in Kenya. If there's anybody who knows the equivalence, they can let me know. But for me, the units that I use is cups. So I'm gonna let it sit again for like 10 minutes. Remember I told you when you're making chapatis, you really have to be patient with them. I love this pan. When I say love, I've had this pan for a very long time. Very, very long time, and it's my favorite. When I'm starting to cook, I honestly started high. I want to make sure my pan is well heated, but that's where I start at. I cook between medium high and medium, but right now I just wanted to make sure it's hot. Learn together. My pan is kind of hot. Right now the heat is on medium high. I first dry my chapati first. I cook one by one. I see most people cooking a few of them, but this is how I make mine to make sure it's cooking all the way in. When you start seeing like it's bubbling like this, you turn it to the other side. For 30 seconds or so. I like this container that I use for my oil. I only use oil. I put oil underneath the chapati. I only put it underneath the chapati. See the color? You see how it's puffing up? That is, I promise you, there's no baking powder, there's no yeast. It's just, I guess, the art you do it right, it's supposed to have like that. I like to wipe every chapati that I cook, I like to wipe, because if you use a lot of flour, then you want to just wipe it like that. So this in Swahili, I think it's called tabaka. In English, I'm just gonna call it a little bowl. So to achieve the puffiness inside the chapati, watch your, like how big it is. Don't make it too small, don't make it too big. When I measured earlier on the scale, these little tabakas were 115 grams. So as you can see, the chapatis are not that big. My pan looks big, the chapatis are really not big. So, and the heat is between medium high and medium. And again, if you're new to my channel, if you came back, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to share the love, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. I only do the oil once. I don't do it on top. See how you see that? It means it's, you know, look at that. See the color. Based on what I've learned over the years, I think the sugar does give it this brownish color. I normally see people asking how they can make their chapatis look like this, but sugar does help. I'll try to make chapatis with pumpkin, so stay tuned. The moment of truth, guys. Look, when you use the cone-shaped method, if you're a fan of the layers, this is what you get. Patience. Look at that. Look at all those layers. Look. Very soft. See? Very soft. So, thank you for joining my channel. If you enjoyed the content and the whole recipe, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment below. See you next week for another exciting chapati recipe. We'll be showing a different way of holding next week. And let me know what else you want me to try when it comes to chapati. Thank you. See you soon.